This is Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation, NDPYLF of the Niger Delta. And you know that this organization is responsible for protecting and defending the language and culture of our people. And you will understand that the best way to live a life is partnership and collaboration. As Niger Delta people, we must realize the fact that there are different ethnic groups made up of the Niger Delta region. Each of these ethnic groups has one thing in order to contribute for the genuine development of the Niger Delta region. And I believe that with the enormous resources in our God given land, it is important that all of us, as the people from the Niger Delta, come together and work in synergy to make sure that our God given mineral resources should be enabled for the growth and development for our people. We can't continue to live a paradoxical life whereby people see us as very rich Niger Delta people. But in reality, a lot of our people are suffering from their villages and their rural communities because of what lack of cooperation among the ethnic nationalities in the Niger Delta region. These areas of life and begin to think the way forward and come together and identify the problems affecting them as a people. We're able to get it right. The best way to live life is by working together, irrespective of your language, irrespective of the community you come from. We don't need to discriminate one another because God has a reason for creating all of us to be in the Niger Delta. Most importantly, the Jekiri, the Ijo, the Orobo, the Efik, the Ibibio, the Bikwara, the Ogoni, the Soko, the Urobo, every other tribes, the Benin, the Abo, the Hanioma, and the Kwale, all of us in the Niger Delta are very important. We must know this, and if we can able to identify this, I tell you, we have to work together. We have no reason to discriminate one another. Politics should not divide us as a people. Rather, politics should be a part of a game to build us to have a strength, a united strength that can enable us to identify our problems within the Niger Delta region and do the right thing for our people. Our people need good life. What the enormous resources in our backyard is enough to create that enabling environment for our people. And you know that as Niger Delta, we all need each other to survive. Nobody can live in Highland and nobody, no ethnic groups can single-handedly to say they can solve the problem of Niger Delta. It is a collaborative effort, collective effort between the various ethnic nationality. If all of us can come together unanimously and consensuously agree that this is the where the main problem that is making us all be described as underdevelopment. My brothers, my sisters, it will be easy for us to get the needed development. The resources in our land is enough to make every Niger Delta sons and daughters to live a maximum or a minimal life, which I believe that because of this aspect of disunity, discrimination among us, and that has become a problem. And this problem is something that we all need to address. This challenge is something that we all need to identify because we can't continue to have what it takes in our resources and then continue to still live in advert poverty. Look at what is happening in the Niger Delta. Since the discovery of the oil in Olobri in Bayelsa, present Bayelsa State, in 1956, this bulk of oil that been discovered, even the town that called Olobri, the community that called Olobri is still living the highest poverty in the land, which means that we have not yet to identify what is the cause of underdevelopment within us. That shows that our people are also part of the underdevelopment. Because you don't expect people from outside of the Niger Delta to give you development. One important part of this country is that each of the region is struggling for development for their people. Each of the region is struggling for human capacity building for their people. That means that there is a competition between the regional regions. So which means the Niger Delta that has the 75% of the revenue coming to the country still remain in advert poverty. To the extent that some of the region that does not even have what Niger Delta have are more even developed than the Niger Delta, which means we have a leadership problem. This leadership problem is also known as the lack of vision, which means the people that we always believe and given the responsibility to speak on behalf of the Niger Delta lack of vision, a vision that's supposed to build a consolidated environment for their people, which means the Niger Delta youth needs to realize this fact and come together and identify what is our problem. We must continue to live as one united people. Disunity is one of the elements and one of the problem we are facing. If we can come together and speak one voice and understand the problem of what our people are passing through, we will be able to get it right. It is time we look at youth who has the knowledge, who are genuine in terms of reasoning, who has the critical think tank of reasoning and able to identify what is affecting them in their various communities. We can't continue to live in this barbaric life. It is barbaric because people are suffering. Look at the whole Niger Delta. People are suffering. And we can't continue to live such life because after the 1956 to today, agitation upon agitation from the Niger Delta people. Niger Delta people continue to agitate for the environmental right and their share of what is coming out from their environment. And that to tell you that we need serious minded and people oriented youth leaders with vision who could be able to speak and who could be able to identify these problems and solve them for the benefit of our people. Our people cannot continue to lament with the enormous resources in their land, continue to put blame here and there. That cannot solve our problem because a problem that cannot solve today is the problem of tomorrow. And I want to urge you all Niger Delta youth, irrespective of the language you come from, irrespective of the community you come from, and irrespective of the local government you come from, irrespective of the state you come from, all of us need to bring ideas because it is ideas that rule the world. We can't continue to complain here and there when you and I know that we have the resources that is enough to take care of every sons and daughter in the Niger Delta region. What we need is cooperation. What we need is synergy. What we need is collaboration. What we need is unity. If all of us can come and agree unanimously about the challenges that we are passing through in our environment and look at the generally accepted solution to those challenges, it will be very, very easy for us to address our problem. We cannot have such resources in our backyard and still continue to complain as if there is something is affecting us. What is affecting us is not the land, because God even created the land and the river for us. And these things are very important for us, and we must protect them and for our livelihood. And you see, what is affecting our people is lack of cooperation. Everybody is fighting for their ethnic benefit. And this mentality of ethnic benefit is what dividing us, because each of the ethnic group become a threat to one another. Lack of cooperation between the various ethnic groups. And that is one of the fundamental issues that the Office of the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation is about to address. And that is what we are addressing. And that is where we are going. That how can we be able to talk to our people, enlighten them, educating them, to understand that it is not time of discrimination. It is not time of ethnic boycott. It is not time of living as if we are not one united people. One thing we all need to understand that what affects Ijoba in the home community affects Ishekiri, as well as it affects Rogoman, it affects Ishoko, it affects Ibibiu, Afema, it affects Ikwale, it affects Ikwere, Ogoni, and it also affects Bikwara. And that will tell you that we have similar problems. We have a similar problems that need similar solution. And this similar solution can only come when all of us agree as a people from the Niger Delta, as a well coordinated youth, and understand the reason why we all need to work together. We must work together, whether you like it or not. That is the best way to go. With the enormous resources, they still describe us underdeveloped. And our youth are still living unemployed, unempowered. And our women are still struggling and struggling to survive with their kids with the enormous resources in our land. Which means we have not done the right thing. Which means we have not come together to identify our problem. And that is to tell you that let everybody remove self-interest, self-benefit, myself mentality. Let's look at generally and holistic issues affecting us as a people. If we can do that, I bet you this problem will be solvable. And all of those issues we are talking about are attributes of human activities. And it is the same human being that can solve those issues. And that is the reason why we must take every issue serious as a people. We must serious over these issues and address them as one united family. Yoruba, Ijo, Ishekiri, the Ogoni, the Ikwere, the Agbo, the Benin, the Kwale, and the Ibibio, the Bikwara, the Anak. All of us need each other to survive. Unity in diversity. Very important. And let's work together. Join hand with us. This is the very, very fantastic vision of the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation. The foundation is responsible to address the issues of the Niger Delta, genuinely dedicated and committed to address these issues. Absent of tribalism, absent of disunity, and synergy and collaboration to look at these issues as people and address them as one united people from the Niger Delta. We can't be in a country where everybody see us as a rich people, but in reality, we are poor in our backyard because of lack of unity, because of lack of identifying problems. Today, we are being described as underdeveloped people with these animal resources. Are you aware that our resources is being shared across the country? At the end of the month, resources should be shared to everywhere, and everybody is struggling for development of their community. 75% of our revenue are being shared among the regional in Nigeria. Then we continue to fight for scrap, continue to fight for land issues, ethnic class here and there, bring hatred among ourselves. This cannot make us to grow. Let us think beyond fighting for land. Let's think about the resources in our land. How can we be useful to our resources? And how can our resources be useful to us? That is the idea and the ideological movement of the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation. And you know, the motto of this organization simply means that unity is our strength. With unity, we'll be able to achieve every missing link. We'll be able to accomplish it. We'll be able to do it well for our people. Let's come together and join hands with the progressive movement of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation stand for youth leadership, stand for youth empowerment, stand for ethnic cooperation and ethnic integration, and stand for peace and unity for our people, and stand for ethnic cooperation. If we are cooperate and if we are working together as one united people, our challenges should be easy to be addressed. Nobody will play the role of external forces. Everybody become an internal forces to look at what is affecting us as people and get it right. I believe this message is for you, Yoruba youth. This message is for you, Ijaw youth. This message is for you, Anyoma youth. This message is for you, Ibibio youth. This message is for you, Ikwere youth. This message is for you, Ishekere youth. This message is for you, Urobo and Isoko youth. This message is for you, Ibibio, Anang, and Bikwara youth. This message is for all the youth and various ethnic nationalities in the Niger Delta region. Let's work together. Let's unite. Let's think one. Let's remember where we come from. We can't continue to live a barbaric life of disunity, hatred among ourselves. That can never help us as people. That will never help us. Think of where you come from. That will never help us. Nobody is giant by fighting his own family. You can never become a giant of fighting your own family. When you fight outsiders and succeed, then people can describe you as giants. I believe we have a very fundamental role to play as youth. Join hands with the people of the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation. Unity is our strength. With unity, we must able to achieve every needed result. My people, my brothers, my sisters, let's speak one voice. Reason as human being. Disunity is not the way forward. Hatred is not the way forward. Division is not the way forward. Lack of unity is not the way forward. Let's think of what can benefit us as people. God give us enormous resources for us to take care of our people, but we use our own hand to fight one another, to bring disunity among us. The more we continue to fight ourselves as Niger Delta, the more external forces come to take the resources for their own benefit. They are always praying for us to fight ourselves so that they will not become the peacemakers. They will come to our environment and say they are the one that want to make peace. Rather, they even use the military forces and the military diplomacy and do more harm to our people and continue to extract our resources from our land for their own benefit. Let's stop fighting. Let's stop disagreeing ourselves. Even though there is disagreement, we can come to round table, negotiate and dialogue and resolve our issues. Disunity is not the way forward. We need development in our land. We need women empowerment in our land. We need youth empowerment in our land. We need proper education to our own children. All of those things can only be achieved when we work together as one united people. Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation is here to serve these people. We are agents of social change. We need a good life of our people. We want to see our region being developed infrastructurally, in human capitally. We want to see our people. The resources we have is enough for us to take care of every sons and daughter in the Niger Delta, irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of your community, irrespective of your religion you belong to. That does not matter. We have a common problem. This common problem must be addressed by all of us. Thank you and God bless you. Take this message to your backyard and speak to every sons and daughter in the Niger Delta. What we stand for as Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation is unity, is our strength. Let's come together and make our Niger Delta great for our unborn generation. God bless you all. And this is a message for you all. Take this message and disseminate it to every sons and daughter in the Niger Delta. Thank you and God bless you. And remain the chief diplomat Adam Ogomuko Ebimobowe Mabu, aka the voice of the voiceless, the national president of the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation. And you are aware that our organization is called across Niger Delta. We have the state chapter in Abia. Join the state chapter from the states. We have state chapter in Ondo. Join the state chapter from Ondo if you are from Ondo. Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom. These are the 9 state chapters we are dealing with. Join out with us. Thank you and God bless you.